Alright, we're looking at overlap between cages. How many frets in the tripentatonic cage scheme? We see two fret overlap between the C tripentatonic and the A tripentatonic. We see a 3 fret overlap between the G, because of the lone wolf 7, between the G tripentatonic and the E tripentatonic. Now, between the G tripentatonic and the E tripentatonic, oh, okay, we see this between the A and the G. Between these two guys here, I'm going to go with the color of the E. Sorry about my really bad cough, but I'm getting better. Last night was like the worst night yet. Okay, so I'm not gonna square it, but I should be squaring it. I should be getting that E box here. Let's get that E box. Wrong color there. That is not the, oh, because the square had a different color than the line. Okay. Now, between the E and the D box, let's get more of a purple, because the color purple is the D color right there. You see that D? It's a nice purple color. So here's the big long D box here. And what do we have as a overlap between the E and the D box? We have a 2 fret overlap. Let's finish out, because we want to do the ends. We don't know, now we haven't covered the overlap between the C and the D. Now that's that classic overlap when you're looking at like a D-shaped F and a C-shaped F. It's that little root note that sticks out, that's not only from the D, but it's also the C. So that D and C share that root note there. It's the leading note for the D shape, and for the C shape it starts over here. So there's your C chord. 5, root 3, 5. You put your fingers on the root, the 3 and the root, and then you bar this. We better hurry up, because I think my wife's going to be home soon. And that means distraction time. So here's this C shape again. We'll box it. Alright, right there, right? And the overlap for the C shape is a 2 fret. So most overlap on the cage tripentatonics is a 2 fret overlap, with the exception of G. Between G and A. Now remember, the G shape, okay, it has the A shape right there. So you got that 3 to the bar mini bar right there. That's on the 6th there. I'm just saying that's how you recognize the G shape. I was talking about the barrier in between the A shape. So A shape's 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so your A shape is here. It's a sideways A. Your A shape's there, and your G shape, let's get a different color there. And your G shape there is right here. Here's your G shape. A, G is kind of sideways. The G isn't sideways. The G is not sideways. The A is sideways. So that's something to remember, that there's a 3-fret overlap between the A and the G box. The significance of the 3-fret overlap, I believe, is that the presence of these accidentals here, this is almost like a missing fret. This is an entire, over here is entirely missing fret. It's even a no play. You see how there's a space here? There's a space there. But over here we have like the instance of another missing fret there. And believe it or not, 7, which if you're in the key of C, is the 4th of G flat. And G flat is the key that, if you just looked at the accidentals only on this fretboard, okay, you'd see some really cool stuff. For instance, look at this G shape here. 6 root 2 3 5 6 root 2 3 5 6 root. If we take a G flat on that and the key of G flat, all right, that's G, a G-shaped root. Okay, if we do a G-shaped G flat, that would be over here. Look at these black notes. I'll check them. We'll check them. 6 root, okay, 2 3 5 6 root 2 3 5 warped up 6 root. So right there we have a really cool G-shaped G flat. So it's easy to play those black notes, you know, if you have the inlay notes on, you know. So I could just start on a G flat like that. If I want to do an E shape, I could just do the black notes. All black notes, because the accidentals on a piano, are a pentatonic scale in G flat. Root 2 3 5 6. So if you want to practice pentatonics, you know, you can just go. Some of them are minor. Yes, you can make minors with pentatonic scales. Look at D minor. You can't do it in D minor, but look at E minor, because D minor has the 4th, and that's not part of a pentatonic scale. Look at E minor. E, G, and B. You can't do E minor, but what minor can you do? A minor. A, C, E. So that's the difference. So the 6th scale degree, the Aeolian, the relative minor, is the only minor that you can play if you're playing pentatonic scales. So let's do one of those. Well, suppose we're doing an A-shaped C, right? Let's see that minor there. Alright, E is part of an A minor. Thank you. Here we go. So you can play a nice 6th minor. In that case, the shape of that